So let's get started with creating a card in here where we're going to be able to view the different courses that a user may have created. So to get started with that, let's head in and create a grid here where we're going to have a grid columns 1, and on small devices I want grid columns 2, and medium devices I want grid column 3, and on large devices I want it with a 4 and I want a gap of 4. So outside of that I want to have padding of 5 in here. So let's just go ahead and make sure we have that sorted. And then we also want to make sure we have heading 5 in here with a margin button of 2, a flex. We want it to be justified between, we want it to be text 2XL, and we want it to be font bold. Tracking should be tight. Text gray 900, and dark should be text white. Like that. And all I want to do in here is I just want to basically have this inside a course element. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to create what's called in Flowbyte FWB card, and inside this card I'm going to add in this here, and I'm also going to make sure the padding is inside the card instead. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove this quickly and say padding of 5, add in the title here, and in here we want to go through the individual courses when we have them. Now I'm just going to put test in here, and then outside of that I want a drop down. So that should be in this case just here and inside the element here, because we want an FWB drop down where we have if page the prompted of the user as a starter. We're also going to check if the user is an admin later on, and then we want to have a template where we say trigger, and in here we just want to have an SVG icon. Like that. And then we just want an FWB list group. Inside this we want to have list group item, and we want to have the ability to delete and edit a course. Since we're using Filament, we're not using to enter these pages, we're not actually going to use the inertia link because that's not going to work obviously. And then outside of the H5 tag we want to create a paragraph in here which is going to contain a font normal, text gray 700, and dark text gray 400. And then I just want to say course.excerpt in here when we have it, but right now we're just going to put in test. So let's head in here. We're currently getting an error here, so it's missing an end tag. Okay. Okay, that doesn't look 100% right, so just gonna try to see. We have this div tag in here, we have the padding here. Then we have the list group, and the list group item, and the drop down. Yeah, so this is basically out here. Also, as a heading, before we even get into the grid system, we just want to have the courses heading here. And then I'm gonna just make sure that it's set like this in here. So we just want overflow, hidden, small, rounded. There we go. And obviously this doesn't look perfect yet, so let's just make sure we have these properly imported. Yes, we want to import in here FWB list group, FWB list group item, and there we go. So now we just need to make sure that this has a highest set index. So in here we're just going to say class C15. We may need to set that a bit higher actually. So for this we could set it to be a C100. We also, outside of that, need to add in an image, and we also want to add in the ability to obviously pass through the dynamic contents, which you're going to be working on in the next episode. So I think this may fix itself when we're actually adding in the relevant properties for the card, which we're going to be doing in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.